If you just bought your first camera and you have no idea what RAW and JPEG mean, this video is going to save you from making one of the most common mistakes beginner photographers make. Stay with me, I'm going to make this very simple for you to understand. My name is Victor. If you're making me for the first time, welcome to Victor Imagery. Here we talk about photography, videography, tech tips, and gadget tutorials, and all designed for beginners who are just starting out and want practical knowledge without confusion. Today we are breaking down one of the most asked questions I get from beginners. RAW or JPEG? What should I be shooting and why? Let's get into it. I want you to forget about cameras for a moment. I want you to think about bread. When you go to a bakery and you buy a finished loaf of bread, it is ready to eat. You can slice it, butter it, and maybe make a sandwich. But that is about it. The bread is already baked. The decisions have already been made. There is very little you can do to change what fundamentally is. That is a JPEG. Your camera has already processed the image for you. It has decided the colors, the contrast, and the sharpness, and even the exposure. It has made all the creative decisions and handed you a finished product. Now imagine instead of buying finished bread, you are given raw flour. With that raw flour, you can make bread, but you can also make sandwich roll, a burger bun, and a pizza base, a pie, or a cake. The possibilities are completely open because nothing has been decided yet. That is what raw means. Your camera captures everything the sensor sees and gives it to you completely unprocessed. No decisions have been made. The color, the contrast, the exposure, the sharpness, all of that is waiting for you to decide in post-processing. One gives you a finished product, the other gives you the raw ingredients. That is the entire difference between RAW and JPEG. Now here is my position and I am going to be direct about it. If you're a photographer who takes their craft seriously, you should be shooting RAW like always, and here is why. When you shoot RAW, your editing software, whether that is Lightroom Capture One or Camera Raw or any other program, has access to all the information your camera captured during the shoot. If the image is slightly overexposed, you can recover it. If the shadows are too dark, you can basically lift them. If the white balance is off and your image looks too warm or too cold, you can correct it completely without losing the quality. But with JPEG, that information is already gone. The camera threw it away the moment it processed the file. You are now working with what is left. Shooting RAW gives you more editing control, and more editing control means more room to grow, more room to experiment, and more room to correct honest mistakes. So for a beginner especially, you make mistakes on set. RAW gives you a safety net. JPEG does not give you that safety net. Quick one before we continue. If you are finding this useful and you are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any of our upcoming videos. We cover photography, videography, tech tips, and gadget tutorials designed specifically for beginners, and there is a lot more coming your way. Now let's get back into the video. Now I already said shoot RAW, but I want to be fair because there are specific situations where JPEG makes complete practical sense. Let me walk you right through them. Number one, running out of storage space. If you are in the middle of a shoot and your memory card is almost full and you do not have a backup card, switching to JPEG means you can fit in significantly more images into the space you have left. RAW images or RAW files are much more larger than JPEGs. Sometimes you are on a job and you have no choice, so you have to switch to JPEG. Number two, client selects images on the spot. Some clients prefer to go through their images immediately after shoot and pick their favorites right there. Shooting JPEGs makes that process faster and smoother. The files are lighter and easier to scroll through quickly. Number three, your work requires no post-processing. If you're delivering images quickly and the client does not need heavy retouching. Event photography, quick documentation, press shoots, JPEG works perfectly for that kind of job. Number four, and this one will surprise a lot of persons. If you shoot Fujifilm. Fujifilm is the only camera brand where I will tell you that JPEG can genuinely compete with RAW, and in many cases it will beat most of the RAW files you have. Fujifilm has what they call film simulations. These are the color profiles built directly into the camera that replicate the look and the feel of classic film stocks. When you shoot JPEG on the Fujifilm camera with the right film simulation, the images that come straight out of the camera have a character and quality that is very difficult to replicate in post-processing, even from a RAW file. No other camera brand comes close to what Fujifilm does when it comes to JPEG. Canon JPEG cannot give you that. Sony cannot. Nikon cannot. Is it Lumix? Lumix cannot. Only Fujifilm JPEG have that conversation. So here's my practical advice broken down simply. Shoot RAW as your default always. Make it your standard camera setting from today. So you can go into your camera menu right now and after this video and change it. Invest in good quality memory cards with enough storage because RAW files are larger, so you need a lot of space. A good memory card is not optional, it is a part of your basics kit. Learn to edit your RAW files. So nevertheless, you can experiment by making sure you set your camera to shoot both JPEG and RAW. This way you are able to experiment which one works best for you at any given situation. And if you shoot Fujifilm, experiment both also. Most cameras allow you to shoot JPEG and RAW, which is very possible, so you don't have issues with that. RAW versus JPEG is not a complicated decision once you understand what each one actually is. RAW is the flower, JPEG is the finished bread. If you want full creative control over your images, if you want the freedom to fix mistakes, develop your editing skills and grow as a photographer, RAW is where you need to be. And of course, if this video helps you understand something that was confusing you before, do me a favor and share it with another beginner photographer who needs to see this. Drop your questions in the comment section below, whether it is about RAW or about JPEG or editing software or anything photography related. I read every single comment and I'll reply. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the time. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and you will be the first to know when we upload the next video. We have a full breakdown of the exposure triangle coming soon. Please check this channel for more. Thank you and see you in the next video.